Overnight, hundreds of residents in storm-blasted western Alaska airlifted to safety. People plucked from their flood-ravaged homes across an enormous remote area. The largest airlift in Alaska history follows this weekend's massive storm surge and 100-mile-per-hour winds fueled by Typhoon Halong, washing entire parts of towns into the Bering Sea, and it has left one person dead and 2 missing so far. More than 6 feet of water in some parts.
It sounded like a lot of stuff was just hitting the house. Everything in my house was shaking.
In the town of Kipnuk, this drone video shows what now looks like a muddy bog. Elsewhere, piles of homes and boardwalk mashed together. Remote coastal towns hit the hardest, most residents forced to evacuate to Anchorage. The Alaska Air National Guard packing about 300 residents into the C-17, including children, the elderly, and these dogs. The C-17 touching down at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, and families pouring out, carrying those bundles, pushing the elderly in wheelchairs and onto buses to escape towns that are now uninhabitable.
It's a nightmare what we went through.
Tristan Carl watched his uncle's home swept away.
I saw my cousin and my nephew in there, and I never heard panicking or yelling like that ever before.
Glenn Charlie grateful his family's okay.
The buildings, whatnot, could be replaced, but a life cannot. Life cannot be replaced.
And one of the reasons this is such a massively complex rescue operation is the tyranny of distance in Alaska. It is 500 air miles from the affected areas to Anchorage, and officials tell me with temperatures dipping below zero in many of the affected areas, it is a race against time to get people out of those saturated homes and to find the missing.
Yes, so many complicating factors there. Matt Gutman for us. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's get right to Ginger now with more on the extraordinary weather conditions that led to this situation in Alaska.
Yeah, it's really quite a journey. That Typhoon Halong, when it was south of Japan, was the equivalent of a Cat 4 hurricane. But then it quickly decreased in intensity. It became this kind of low pressure system, got caught up in upper level lows, and a strong jet stream pushed into southwestern Alaska. And that is what made it, on top of the Bering Sea being very warm. So here's what happened. This region gets that push of water like a bulldozer pushing at the coast, a record 6.5 feet plus of storm surge. So the water starts moving buildings, and that's where all that panic came from. Winds were gusting some 50 to 100 miles per hour. And guys, these communities have been warned for decades about increasing flood risk.